should be live right now. I'll wait to double check. To be honest with you, one thing I don't understand, I don't know how long of a delay there actually is on these streams, and it's something that I need to figure out or not, because obviously you don't want much of a delay. I don't know if it is bad or not. It's really hard to see and tell, to be honest. I might have a quick look and see let's see how quickly it changes when I go onto my portfolio now. So six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's about a 17 second delay. That's quite long. So there's a 17 second delay. I need to try and figure out how to make that not so long. Welcome to the stream, everyone. How do I join the Discord? Link in the description of this live stream. Depends what Discord you're on about. If you're on about the live updates, then it is the Patreon premium group, I call it. And then if you want the community one where there's a lot of people in there now, it's really, really cool. Everyone chucks in their research, chucks in and shows their portfolios. Then that's the WOP one, which is One Big Joan, we've called it. Fubo back to where it started. Yeah, Fubo has dropped. Yeah, it has dropped. It was up a lot on the merger deal. I'm not bothered, to be honest. It is what it is. Obviously, it would have been nice if it stayed, but I've like I said in previous videos, is I've got the projections from the management team that they have released before this even happened of where the financials could be with Fubo and Hulu merging together, because obviously they need to kind of put that out for shareholders for Fubo to see if shareholders want this to be happening, and the numbers make sense for it to happen. So yeah, I've done the calculations, and I mean, if Fubo could trade at 30 PE, then with the new financials that will start coming in, then I mean, I think it's a good stock to have, in my opinion. Could completely get it wrong, but yeah, no, Fubo had a merger, so the Fubo and Hulu merger is now officially done, which is good. I'll show you. Brilliant. It's not changing the screen. I hate it when it does this. How am I going to sort that then? I don't know. I don't know why I did that. That's really odd. But yeah, as you can see here, Fubo, Disney, Hulu, and Live TV complete business combination, creating unique customer. But yeah, no, it's been announced now. So yeah, creating a business with close to 6 million subscribers in North America, that makes it the 6th largest pay TV provider in the United States. Disney now owns about 70% of the combined company, while Fubo shareholders retain about 30%. Both services will continue to operate separately. Hulu Plus Live TV will stay inside the Hulu and Disney Plus and ESPN Unlimited bundle, and Fubo will continue with its own app focused on sports viewers. Fubo CEO David Gandler Gandler will lead the combined operations. Fubo's advertising sales group will now be handled by Disney advertising team. The companies expect savings on content costs and better advertising revenue. Disney has also committed to a $145 million term loan in 2026. And then David Gansler, I think that's how I'm saying his name. We're also proud to reward our retail shareholders who have supported Fubo's mission from the very beginning. We believe the combination delivers the scale, stability, and strategic clarity to create lasting value for consumers and shareholders, and undeniably impact the future of live streaming. Doge Dash, oh my god, what a throwback that is. Yeah, welcome to the stream, everyone. I assume it's been approved now. Afternoon. I haven't looked at it, Outdoor Brad, to be fair, the metals company. Yeah, it's interesting because obviously, Fubo's dropped since how high it did go up. It's just always going to happen. A lot of people were also holding Fubo for the merger deal news and then to sell it. So you're going to get a lot of selling pressure. But if anyone's actually looked at the numbers and will have a look into the numbers, or even starts looking at the numbers when it gets to earnings, then I think a lot of people will get interested and like to perhaps buy some shares of Fubo if they do some of the projections that the management team have given. So, interesting that. It's been a really, really, really green day as well, like up 3.7% today in the portfolio, which is just mad really. Honest, which is in my invest account, is going down, which I mean is fine. The settlement with Honest company, a lot of people just don't want to be getting into it. It's just typical really. It's one of those when, like AMD, no one wanted to buy AMD, no one wanted to buy, I don't know, SoFi, no one wanted to buy Palantir. You get those kind of stages where people just don't want to buy. Yeah, we hit 200k. Let me go over to the invest account. So as you can see, we're down 2.6% on Honest. It's pretty much the bottom at the moment in the year. Obviously the lowest it's been is $1.10, which was in 2023. I've got 140 shares. It's not a massive position. And I'd look to probably buy some more of this. Earnings are coming up very soon. On the 5th of November. Imagine if they beat their EPS estimate, because it's pretty much break even nearly. It's just under being profitable in that quarter. Imagine if they did report like 1 cent EPS. That'd be really good. I think the stock would react very, very well. Yeah, I mean there was a lot of day traders with Fubo. Fubo, Fubo is one of those where I'm going to have to see what they say in the earnings call, what's going on Friday, but I think as well see how their other quarters go in the next few quarters, and just judge it from there. I think I'm in at a solid price, to be honest. So I'm not worried at all, and I think there's just a lot of growth. This is like just the beginning with it with Fubo, so I don't really want to be selling right now. But yeah, my Meta shares are nearly up 3% on the invest account. It's fun, doing a different portfolio. It's like completely different, completely new. It's probably quite interesting for you guys to see. What's Oscar doing? Oscar is kind of flat. Grab is up today. Fubo's obviously was up a lot, but still up. AMD's going up a lot. I wonder if it's going up because of a lot of what Nvidia have said. Palantir's done all-time highs because of the Nvidia and Palantir partnership. I mean, Jensen saying how important Palantir is. I mean, it was probably bound to happen. New Holdings, I really do like that stock. I actually really do like that stock. It'd be interesting to see how their earnings go. I look at a lot of companies when they're about to turn profitable. So a lot of institutions won't want to put billions and billions of dollars into a company that's not profitable. So I am taking on risk in that sense, but I look at patterns of, this is just a base. Obviously there's more to it, but I'll just give you an example like Fubo. They're about to flip profitability, as you can see here. It was always bound to happen because they were getting closer and closer to profitability, and they flipped it. It's the same with Grab. They're about to, in my opinion, flip to profitability. You can see it already. And then that's when a lot of analysts and hedge funds will start piling their money in. But then you've got to look into the business model. There's loads of things to go into. That's just a quick rundown and gist. But what was someone mentioned? Yeah, this is a really good company. I like getting into companies that are quite consistent normally, like this with their revenue. That's like a lovely chart to see. And then we'll go into like physical AI. And then you can look through every segment of their business and even revenue by different countries, customers, how much they're growing, total number of customers is growing very, very well with this company. It's just, that's what you want to see as an investor if you're getting into a company, don't you? I also look at stuff like earnings and see when they report, are they missing on earnings or are they beating earnings? SoFi was a great example of that. They constantly were executing and beating earnings, so they're always sandbagging their earnings though. So, but this looks like a really, really solid company. I just wouldn't get into it because it's quite similar to, or it's just another financial company. So I don't know if I want more than, I don't want to get into that. Like Grab's got a bit of, they've got a business where it's financial as well, and I've got SoFi, obviously. I'll tell you what though, what's their forward PE? Does it not have it? Is it because they're not making money yet? I can't remember what it had. What's their estimates? Yeah. Should I wait for a dip or buy now? Looking to invest long term. Also looking for a safe. That's a really hard one. That's the question everyone's asking: is should you be buying now? Should you wait for a dip? And what I'm doing is I'm making sure I've got cash reserve, cash pile ready if it does dip. But I'm also making sure I am investing every week or month, because timing the market's hard, and timing the market is just the best way to do it. Because like, imagine if you buy this week at the top, it then goes down, you then buy when it goes down next week, the same amount, and then it goes down again, you buy again the same amount, and you're just buying it at down, and obviously you'd be losing money each time, but at least you're averaging down. Instead of buying at the top on the first week and it goes down, your position, your average will be ridiculously high. And also you can do the method where it's like doubling down. So say like you're putting in £200 a month or like £100 a week. You put in £100 a week when the markets are like how they are now, and then when it starts having corrections or it's going down quite a lot, instead of doing £100 a week, you double up and do £200 a week. That's what I've also been doing. Or if you really, really want to, you go for, you triple your amount that you normally do. 57 cents, 79 cents. Yeah, and then I've got my projections calculator, so I'll put in the numbers here, and see, well, if the company's going to trade at this PE ratio, then they will be this price, and that's how I can kind of get some numbers. Dollar or pound cost average is the best for new investors. If you're always waiting for the dip, then how long are you going to wait? Yeah, that's what I mean. I think like dollar cost averaging or pound cost averaging is the best way, in my opinion. Because then, like, you just can't time the market. Like, people, if you go on my portfolio, like, people were telling me to sell. People were telling me to sell here, which obviously they were right because it went all the way down to here. But then no one knew that. And then people told me to sell here, but they would have been wrong because it went up to here. People told me to sell here, they would have been wrong. People told me to sell here, 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 and then sell here. But eventually, yeah, the person that told me to sell here would be right, but I don't know how much this can keep going on for. The companies I'm in, like, I know, well, I don't know, because if I knew, I'd be all in one stock, but I've got a very, very big probability of, from the research I've done, I know where the company could be going, or the companies could be going, with doing my projections for companies. Then if I know AMD, or think AMD is going to 1,000 in years to come, why would I sell here? I could sell here and buy back at 200, because that might happen, but that's just being greedy to try and get more shares. Yeah. I've just got like a really long-term outlook and mindset with it. I think the problem is with, if you have a look at AMD, the forward PE now is getting higher. If you look at the financials, if it loads, sorry, it's not loading. So if you look at the forward PE, which we are now, it's getting nearer to like where it's been before 62. But don't get me wrong, the company was in a completely different spot then, so you can't really compare it in that sense. It's got so much growth to come. Like we worked out that like a gigawatt, because obviously OpenAI, did they say like 6 or 8 gigawatts they're planning on having with AMD? A gigawatt is between 10 and 30 billion dollars. So the revenue added on is insane. It beats my expectations massively on the projections I had for AMD. So I should really readjust them because they could be going a lot higher. But I thought, you know what? Let's keep them how they are, because then that's kind of like worst case scenario in a way. So I'm not expecting too much. And then, yeah, I think there's going to be probably a correction coming. But it's the same conversations all the time. There's probably a correction coming in, but you just got to be ready for it. I don't actually really look at the Motley Fool's rankings, no. I don't. But yeah, we're in a really interesting time, and it's mad. It really is mad. A lot of the lower caps have kind of struggled a bit recently. Iron is such an interesting company for the data centers. But yeah, we've got earnings tonight. We've got the rate cuts in. I think we've got the rate cut in 3 hours time. That'll be interesting. Obviously, it is going to happen. Probably it's like 99%. And then obviously we've got the big earnings. Let's see, got like Meta. We got all the big ones today. We've got a lot of big ones, big heavy hitters. We've got Meta, Microsoft, and Alphabet. Am I surprised with the Fubo drop? Not really, because there's always going to be a lot of sellers getting out the stock for just the merger and just trading it for the merger. So it's fair. It is what it is. If people actually look into the financials of where this could be going, though, the fact that there's a reason for this merger to happen, because it will really benefit Fubo. Fubo's a very small company. It's like a $1 billion market cap, or 2. Let's actually double check that. It might be 3. I think it's 1 though, 1 something. Yeah, it's 1.3 billion. Like, it's tiny. So there is a lot of growth with Fubo. I'm excited. Reason for investing in Honest, like, it looks like they're going to become profitable, hopefully. They look close to becoming profitable. The revenue growths aren't great though, and that's something that's a bit like, but they're not heavily investing in advertisement, it looks like, so the revenues are going to slow a bit or plateau because they're trying to become profitable, and then once they become profitable, then they'll probably ramp up the advertising. But yeah, like, they're on the cusp. It's so close to becoming profitable. So, yeah, I think as well, this earnings is going to be interesting on the 5th. I'm doing more research into it though. I'm looking into it more. Yeah, I think that's like a 400 million market cap, and they've got 70 million in cash. That's impressive. That's what you like to see. Yeah, my investor account will be more short term, you could say. But then if it becomes more longer term, it does. But yeah, it is more of like a shorter term horizon. The ICE is kind of like for, I don't know, Roblox as a company. I don't really know much about it. I know, is it the game? Yeah. Wow, look at the run up it's had. Um, yeah, no, but the Fubo merger was crazy when it ran up all the way. It's like, and that obviously it's gone down now, but it is what it is. Palantir as well going up. This amount is just incredible. It's just because obviously, what Jensen said, Nvidia CEO. PayPal looks interesting, yeah. Yeah, they're both paid the Discords. One's on WAP and one's on Patreon to separate them. One's just like a live updates showing you the shares that I've briefly said it on the streams, like yeah, I briefly showed people in the streams. But anyway, I'm gonna end off the stream. Got to get back to work, and yeah, I might stream later. I don't know with the earnings. I'll see. But yeah, appreciate everyone watching. Give it a like if you've enjoyed the stream, and hopefully have a good day at work.